Here at Boy Basket, we love when our interests intersect. We love pop culture, video games, music, and movies. That's life, right? And since we aren't exactly pro hoopers, let's talk about hoop films. Today we're going to be talking about one of the best basketball movies ever. He Got Game. This film is iconic. Now if you haven't seen it yet, finish this video, then go back and watch it. Come back after and leave a comment. If you have seen it, tell us what your favorite scene is from the film. Okay, now let's get to the video. The film was directed by the biggest Knicks fan in the world, Mr. Spike Lee. That's right, it's a Spike Lee joint. The film features the legendary Denzel Washington. My man. Who did they choose to star opposite Denzel? Well, they went with Mr. Basketball, aka Sugar, aka Ray Allen. Ray Allen played Jesus Shuttlesworth. Now that name is one of the best fictional basketball names in all of movie history. It's so great in fact that Ray Allen actually used it for his nickname jersey. Hey, you remember those? Yeah, the NBA did it back in 2014. LeBron had King James, obviously. KG had the big ticket on his jersey. Ray Allen had Jesus Shuttlesworth on his jersey. And the NBA should bring those back.
Do it!
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Jesus Shuttlesworth was a highly touted hoops prospect. I gotta say, Ray can act. He held his own with one of the best actors of all time. But, did you know that other hoopers were up for the role of Jesus Shuttlesworth?
What?
Now Spike Lee, when he was looking for actors to play Jesus, he wanted an actual hooper. He wanted someone who could really play basketball. He wanted to have credibility, of course. But he also needed a young player. The actor needed to pass as a high school kid. So, Lee invited KG to audition, but Garnett declined to do a screen test. He didn't want to audition. AI did audition, but Spike felt that the answer wasn't the answer. He came in underprepared and didn't seem too interested in the role. T-Mac auditioned and he was just 18 at the time, but Spike Lee said he seemed too reserved for the role. Now dig this. Kobe was asked to play the part, but he had just lost in the playoffs against the Jazz. Yeah, remember those air balls? He committed himself to basketball because of that. He didn't want to do anything else but hoop. Typical Kobe, right? He said, and I quote, "I needed all my resources dedicated to preparing myself for the season. I didn't really have time to do a film." Now Spike would eventually get to film Kobe in his film, Kobe Doing Work. You guys should check that out too. You know who else was considered to star in the film? Starbury. But he refused to audition, saying, "I just didn't feel that I needed to audition to be me." Why did he say that, you ask? Well, the Jesus Shuttlesworth story could have very well been Stephon Marbury's story.
What?
Steph grew up in Coney Island and even went to Lincoln High School. He also led his team to a national championship, and he was highly recruited by a ton of colleges and NBA teams. But Spike Lee shot down that rumor and he said, "Coney Island has been basketball crazy for a long time, and the story is not unique. It happens to a lot of these kids." In the end, Stephon doesn't regret passing on the role. In fact, he said it was a great film, and it really is. What other basketball films would you like us to feature? Leave a comment below. That's it for this week, dudes and dudettes. Be excellent to each other.